This powerful motivational speech reminds us that life is not a rehearsal. It's happening right now. Every choice you make is shaping your destiny. Inspired by the electrifying energy and wisdom of Les Brown, this message challenges you to confront your habits, destroy your limitations, and start living with purpose before time runs out. There comes a time in every person's life when you must stop, take a deep breath, and confront the truth. You are running out of tomorrows. Too many people are living as if they have forever, but the clock is ticking, and the world doesn't pause for your hesitation. If you want to live a life that matters, there are 4 things you must stop doing right now, before it's too late. Stop doubting yourself. Too many people have buried their dreams under the weight of their own disbelief. They talk themselves out of greatness before they ever take the first step. They look at others who have made it and whisper, maybe they're just lucky, never realizing that the only thing standing between them and success is the story they keep telling themselves. Let me tell you something. The world doesn't get to decide your value. The mirror doesn't define your worth. Your past doesn't define your destiny. You do. You are more powerful than your fears, more capable than your excuses, and more gifted than you've allowed yourself to believe. You see, self-doubt is like rust. It doesn't destroy you overnight, but slowly, silently, it eats away at your confidence. It whispers that you're not smart enough, strong enough, worthy enough. And every time you listen, you give it power. But I came here to remind you, there's greatness in you. You have talents the world hasn't seen, potential you haven't touched, and strength you haven't tested. The only question is, when are you going to believe it? You don't need to wait for validation or a perfect plan. You don't need to know how everything will unfold. Just start. Take that first step, even if your legs are trembling. Take that leap of faith, even if your wings haven't fully formed yet. Because once you step out in faith, the universe will rise to meet you. When you stop doubting yourself, you stop apologizing for being who you are. You stop hiding your gifts. You stop dimming your light to make others comfortable. You realize that confidence isn't arrogance. It's self-respect. It's the belief that you were created for something extraordinary. So stop telling yourself you can't. Stop waiting until you feel ready. Stop letting fear control your future. You don't have to be perfect to start. You just have to start to become great. Because doubt kills more dreams than failure ever will. The moment you silence that inner critic and choose belief over fear, everything begins to change. That's when you start walking like a champion, talking like a champion, and living like the person you were always meant to become. Now let's talk about time. Because time, ladies and gentlemen, is life's most valuable currency. You can lose money and make it back. You can lose opportunities and find new ones. But once time is gone, it's gone forever. The tragedy is not that life is short. It's that we waste so much of it. We waste it overthinking, procrastinating, scrolling through distractions, and waiting for the perfect moment. But there is no perfect moment. The perfect moment is now. Every second you hesitate is a second you'll never get again. Time doesn't pause for your doubts or your fears. It moves with or without you. You've got dreams, goals, and visions burning inside you. But they will remain only dreams if you keep wasting the days you've been given. Stop saying, I'll start tomorrow, because tomorrow is not promised. Stop saying, one day, because one day never comes. The greatest gift you can give yourself is to start now. Every step, no matter how small, brings you closer to where you want to be. The clock is ticking, and the longer you wait, the harder it becomes to reclaim those lost moments. You've got 400 seconds each day. What are you doing with them? Are you investing them in your growth, your goals, your purpose? Or are you spending them on things that don't move you forward? Your time is your life, and how you use it determines your destiny. Successful people don't have more time. They just use theirs differently. They treat every minute like gold because they understand its value. So stop wasting time waiting for opportunity. Start creating it. Stop waiting for the stars to align. Light your own sky. The life you dream of isn't waiting for next year or next week. It's waiting for you to act now. Because when you value your time, you value your future. And that's when everything begins to change. Stop seeking validation. Too many people are trapped in the prison of other people's opinions. They spend their whole lives trying to please everyone else, trying to fit in, trying to be liked. And in the process, they forget who they are. You can't live your dream while begging for permission to be yourself. You can't soar like an eagle if you're always worried about how the chickens see you. The truth is, not everyone will understand your journey, and that's okay, because it's your journey, not theirs. Some people will laugh at your goals, others will doubt your abilities, and some will even hope you fail, just so they don't have to confront their own fear of trying. But you can't let their limitations become your reality. You don't need anyone to tell you you're enough. You already are. Stop waiting for applause to confirm your greatness. Stop letting social media likes determine your worth. You were not born to blend in, you were born to stand out. Every time you dim your light to make others comfortable, you betray the very gift you were created to share with the world. Don't shrink to fit into small minds. Don't lower your standards for people who refuse to grow. Approval from others is temporary, fulfillment from within lasts forever. When you stop chasing validation, you start chasing purpose. Understand this, you don't need their agreement to achieve your destiny. The world's opinion does not define your identity. What matters is what you believe about yourself. Some of the greatest people who ever lived, inventors, dreamers, leaders, were laughed at, criticized, and called crazy before they were celebrated. So let them doubt you. Let them gossip. Let them talk. Because while they're talking, you're moving. While they're sleeping, you're grinding. While they're judging, you're growing. You don't need them to believe in you. You just need to believe in yourself enough to keep going. The moment you stop needing approval is the moment you step into freedom. And that freedom will empower you to walk tall, live bold, and build the life you were meant to live unapologetically. Stop living in fear. Fear is a thief. It steals your dreams, your peace, and your future before you even begin. It whispers, "What if you fail?" and makes you forget to ask, "But what if I succeed?" Fear is the invisible chain that keeps people stuck in jobs they hate, relationships that drain them, and lives that don't inspire them. But let me tell you something. Fear is not real until you give it power. It's a shadow, a story you tell yourself, and the only way it wins is when you stop moving. You see, fear has destroyed more dreams than failure ever could. People talk about being afraid to fail, but failure is not the problem. It's the lesson. Every great success story was built on a mountain of failures. Those who make it to the top didn't get there because they never fell. They got there because they refused to stay down. The only real failure is quitting. Courage doesn't mean you're not afraid. It means you act in spite of it. It means standing up when your knees are shaking, speaking up when your voice trembles, and trying again when you want to give up. The moment you stop letting fear control you, you start to see possibilities where you once saw problems. You realize that every obstacle is an opportunity in disguise. You begin to understand that pain can be your teacher and fear can be your fuel. Life will never hand you certainty, but it will always reward the bold. So don't let fear silence your dreams or paralyze your progress. Take the leap. Bet on yourself. The wings will appear once you're in motion. Remember, bravery isn't the absence of fear, it's choosing to move forward despite it. And when you do, you'll discover that fear was never the giant you thought it was. It was only a shadow fading behind the light of your courage. Stop making excuses. Excuses are the lies we tell ourselves to feel better about staying the same. They are the stories we create to justify why we haven't started, why we haven't tried, or why we haven't achieved what we know we're capable of. Every time you make an excuse, you're building a wall between who you are and who you could be. And that wall gets higher and thicker with every reason you give yourself not to move forward. You tell yourself, "I don't have enough time. I don't have enough money. I'm not ready." Or maybe later. But let me ask you something. How long will you keep waiting for later? Because later is not a day on the calendar. It's a graveyard where dreams go to die. Excuses might sound comforting, but they are dangerous. They rob you of your power and feed your fear. They whisper, "You can try tomorrow," but tomorrow never comes. Life doesn't wait for your schedule. It doesn't pause because you're afraid. Every second you spend explaining why you can't is a second stolen from the life you could be living. You can't climb to the top while holding on to your excuses. You have to let them go. The truth is, successful people have the same challenges you do. They have the same doubts, the same setbacks, and the same obstacles. The difference is they stopped making excuses and started taking action. They decided that the pain of discipline is far better than the pain of regret. You have greatness within you, but greatness doesn't come to those who keep finding reasons to avoid responsibility. You don't get stronger by running from the work. You get stronger by doing it. Every time you make an excuse, you tell the world that your comfort is more important than your calling. You tell yourself that fear is more powerful than faith. But deep down, you know that's not true. You know there's a fire inside you that wants to break free. That's tired of being held back by doubt, laziness, and fear. You can't change your life with excuses. You change it with execution. It's time to own your story. Take responsibility for where you are. Not to blame yourself, but to empower yourself. Because when you take ownership, you take control. When you stop blaming your circumstances, your past, or other people, you finally realize that the pen to your life story has been in your hands all along. You can rewrite your narrative at any moment, but not until you stop making excuses for why you haven't started yet. Every great achievement begins with a decision to stop talking and start doing. The truth is, there will never be a perfect time. There will always be something missing, something uncertain, something scary. But that's what makes the journey worthwhile. Excuses are the chains that keep you tied to mediocrity. Action is the key that sets you free. So stop waiting for the right conditions. Create them. Stop explaining why you can't. Prove that you can. Because at the end of the day, excuses don't build empire. Excuses don't change lives. And excuses don't fulfill dreams. Action does. And the moment you stop making excuses and start taking consistent, fearless action, that's the moment your life begins to transform. Ladies and gentlemen, life is not a dress rehearsal. This is it. Every sunrise is a reminder that time is moving, whether you're ready or not. The truth is, you can't afford to keep doing the things that steal your potential. You can't keep doubting yourself, wasting your time, chasing approval, living in fear, or making excuses, not if you want to live the life you were born to live. You have greatness within you, but that greatness will remain buried unless you decide today to change. This is your moment to draw a line in the sand and say, no more. No more self-doubt. No more procrastination. No more living small because of fear or the opinions of others. From this moment on, walk like someone who knows their worth. Speak like someone who knows their purpose. Act like someone who refuses to settle for anything less than excellence. You've got one life, one chance to make it count. Don't waste it replaying excuses or regrets. The clock is ticking and the world is waiting for your gift. Stop doing the things that drain your energy and start doing the things that build your destiny. You are stronger than your fears, bigger than your failures, and more capable than you've ever imagined. So rise up, step forward, believe again, because your breakthrough is waiting on the other side of change. And your time, my friends,